This is Forest Challenge by ABT-FRANKYY. It's only 22 megabytes to download. It's a very good reason for that, which you probably already guessed. There's not a lot on here apart from a load of trees. And the description says, I present to you the RunForestRun map. Sorry, I had to do that. That I have created for those who want to cut wood or are looking for a challenge. Important, the challenge is to cut your way out of the forest to create an area, then you can cut your way into the land. All the player decides what he wants. You can start with 0 money because you get the tools and the land with 1 handover, and the rest is up to you. There is a lot of wood that you can only carry with a small tractor and a loader at first. I urge everyone to start their rescue in easy game mode. You need to buy a chainsaw first, and then you can buy the bigger logger machines, and then it says you can find some stones on it. There's also a piece of land that you can cut through the forest if you want. There is no water source, so it says good luck with the map. Right, let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where it starts you off in all 3 modes, and this is what the map looks like. So we are actually up here, which I'll show you in a second, the plots that we own. But it's not a very big map, but there is still a lot of trees on here. So if I push out to the sort of boundaries, the limits, that is kind of where we would be maximum on a 2x map, like so. So it's literally just this circle in the middle. And this is split up into chunks, this area. There is a field over here, looks like it's got cotton in, which is madness, but there you go. We start off in new farmer mode owning these 2 plots. So plot 1, oddly enough, has a value of 0, so that's not too bad. 6 is 484, I'll show you all of them. Plot 2 is just over 1 million, plot 3 is also just over 1 million, 4 is 760, plot 5 is 942, and 7 is 632, like so. Go through slot counts and everything in a second. I'll stay in this menu and scroll up. There is no collectibles on here. There's also no productions. There is, funny enough, contract available on field 1 if you can get to it. So I came on here earlier just to have a quick look in new farmer mode, and it wasn't showing a contract on that field, so I was assuming there wasn't going to be any contracts, but there is this time I've loaded in. Obviously no animal pens at all. There's our equipment, it's all brand new, 100% as well, which I'll show you in a second. There is 1 sell point on here, and it is a sell everything sell point. Now that is just base game items, because I loaded in with a few mods which produce extra crops, things like the greenhouses that do peppers, onions, other sort of bits and bobs extras through different mods, and it wasn't showing up that it would take any of those. So it is just base game items that you're going to be able to sell there. So if you want to load up and play with those mods, you're going to have to put another sort of sell anything sell point down. But there is a pretty good idea that you can do, I'll show you in a second, which might work if you're looking to do that sort of idea. The crop calendar is basic, there's no custom crops or anything like that, and that is it for that. Let's go through slot counts. It is the same across all 3 modes because you do start off owning the same equipment. The only difference being in farm manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with any land. So we do start off in all 3 modes with these 5 bits of equipment, and the slot count is 454. So we've got a Lintner Lintrac 130 small tractor. We do have a chainsaw. It does actually say on the description, if you remember, that you will need to buy a chainsaw, but we do start off with one, and that is in all 3 modes, like I said. Got a trailer which has got the crane on the back for loading your logs. You're going to need that. We've got a front loader for the tractor and the log fork attachment, and that is it. Now of course, if you don't want to have any of that equipment, you can sell it all off and get the slot count down to 426, but you can get it tiny weeny bit lower than that. I managed to get down to 420, and I'll show you why. But what I would probably suggest, well, it depends on how easy you want to make it. They do say start off in easy mode, but if you came on here in farm manager mode, we obviously get 1.5 million. This plot is going to be free anyway, and then you could probably buy any of the others, whichever you wanted to do. But that is, of course, entirely up to you, because that is the beauty about the game. You play it how you want. Anyway, let's get on with this. Oh, there is 2 mods. That is all. That's all we've got on here. 2 mods, and that is under farmhouses. We've got this little tent here, as you can see, and also the sell point that is in production and sell points. And there's the all selling point, like so, which is just there. Everything is literally in this fenced in area where we are. So very claustrophobic. But sleep trigger just there for the tent. If we spin around, we do have the shop menu just there. Oh, that threw me around. We've got a workshop trigger there. I'm not quite sure where the zone is, so you might have to fiddle around with that. And then we've got our equipment here. Obviously chainsaw is in hand, and this is our sell anything sell point. Now another thing, if you look at the map, if I get rid of that and that, there is kind of 4 sort of created paths. Someone started 4 paths leading off from this area. So again, up to you if you want to follow those paths, but there is only 1 gate. That is this guy that leads that way. And as you can see, there's trees all in the way, so the paths do end sort of, they're only about this long, so you can do whatever you want. You don't have to use those paths, you can paint over them and go again, but all the rest is fenced in. There's no other gate, so if you want to go out that way, you're going to have to delete that fence, which is what's going to move me on to the next thing, because we can actually go and get rid of the fence if we want to. Now all of this I'm about to show you now works in all 3 modes. So even though we don't own the plot of land in farm manager and start from scratch, you can sell off everything. You can sell off this if you want to, and that was my idea. If you want to put down another sell anything mod, you can sell that off, do that. You can sell the farmhouse off. Apologies if my voice sounds a bit croaky today, I don't know why. As soon as I come on to record, it started playing up. You can sell off the workshop trigger. You can't sell off the shop menu, which is pretty good really, you don't want that to happen. And obviously we can sell off our equipment. So there you go, that is that. I didn't show you the painting textures, there's nothing out of the ordinary. We've got a couple of asphalts, we've got dirt, forest ground, grass, cobblestones, gravel, animal mud and rock. So there's a few different ones there. Now under trees and plants, when you click on it, there is nothing showing at all. Now I don't know if that's a mistake, or it's because, or certainly for the trees, it's because there's so many trees already on the map that they've just disabled that for you. I don't know, but the plants I would have thought should be there, so I think that might be a little issue. But that's about it guys, if I'm honest. So if we go up in the landscaping mode, I'll try and get decent angles for you, but it is just literally just trees. I can't really get a better angle. These little grey bits you can see on the mini map are bits of rock, as you can see, and I'll quickly whiz over to that field, and that will be it, I think. So there you go. But as you can see, there is some trees in the field and some very much encroaching around it. So yeah, but as you can see, a lot of trees everywhere. So happy tree felling, I should say. But that is it. That's all I will show you. That is Forest Challenge by ABT-FRANKYY. Pretty straightforward. Let me know if you're going to have a go and see how you get on. That would be pretty cool. But if you have enjoyed the very quick map tour, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been FarmSim Snowy. Stay frosty.